Welcome back, BHi St Catharines inside the tent this afternoon. While the ships roll behind us on the Welland Canal, JVI Sports Network's continuing coverage of the Spring Teaser Youth Ontario Cup. We are in the Midget division after a pretty good Pee-wee battle, and then we moved up to Bantams, and now the Midgets will take to the floor. The Welland Kings, the home team, in the yellow pinnies, and the white and red jerseys are the Ontario Selects. They will win the opening face-off and control the ball. And immediately one rolls off the stick of Mackenzie McQueen. And behind the back it's played now. McQueen bringing it up the far side. Noah Perlick. Perlick gets it back from McQueen just inside the zone. In front, Tristan Lewis. Lewis throws the stick at that, but it is able, nice job by McQueen at the red line to keep it in. There comes a shot walking off the wing. The goaltender making the save there.
I believe Kyle Jean's in net for the Welland Kings today. He's typically their goaltender. Seeing as he's on the roster, that's my educated guess.
So Jean making the first save, and it's been interesting watching the age groups take the floor. He looks like a giant in the net after watching the Pee-wees and then, as we said, the Bantams. Down right in front of us, here's a battle looking for the ball. One out there by Thomas Young. Young brings it off the cage, and it's going to get off his stick. He leaves it. Her shot there as it's brought in over. Comes all the way back for McQueen. McQueen again in the neutral zone. Has that roll off his stick, and it's controlled again. It's going to come right in front of us off the cage. Batted in by Noah Perlick. Perlick comes bearing down, gets the stick knocked out of his hands. Brandon Winicky will return over to the far side. It comes in. There is Kyle Jean. Sending the ball into the corner. 7:38 to play in the opening period. As McQueen being chased now, he's going to actually fall. Ball goes into the corner. Played off a stick there, sliding across. The goaltender had to go with that. And here's a shot from outside by Winicky. Returned back again. Up for Winicky. Pardon me, Lewis. This is Winicky here. He takes the shot. That one sounds like it rang off the pipe.
It was actually Jeremy D'Amico's stick.
McQueen gets taken into the backboards. Some battling for position there. McQueen still holds the dominant spot. Comes away with the loose ball as the defender falls. McQueen, him and his counterpart renew acquaintances. Official close to blowing this one dead as they stall it, but McQueen works his way off the cage and then comes out. McQueen trying to trip it up. He had Winicky. Winicky again. Getting it up and sliding through there. Goaltender comes out and makes the save. Matthew Carrick alongside Chad Asseltine as we call the Youth Ontario Cup Spring Teaser Tournament here in Ball Hockey International St. Catharines. Walls of the tent are intact here today. And it's still a little chilly and breezy. They called for it to be 10, and there's a shot and a goal from the outside. Jake Archambault steps into a shot and rips it from way outside.
Those are two teammates from last year's Ontario team in the U17s who represented Ontario at the national championships for ball hockey. Perlick over to Archambault. Archambault does have a slap shot that is registered at 105, I believe, was the highest he was able to do at the combine. It's miles per hour.
And how old is he again?
He's 17.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I don't know what I was doing at 17, but it wasn't shooting anything 50 miles an hour, let alone 100. One of the Selects players falls in front. Gene has to go get it. That one shot, it goes off the face mask, and then dropping down to cover up was Gene. And the outside shot there from, looked like Mackenzie McQueen again.
As Mackenzie McQueen, he as well has registered 105 on his hardest slap shot.
Just curious, Chad, what's yours?
97 is the highest.
Oh, that's not bad.
I haven't been able to crack the century mark.
Face-off controlled by the Selects now. Archambault, the goal scorer. Getting it down in front. Chipped away by Kyle Jean. Backhander, able to keep it in. A spinning shot, and that one caught the goaltender going to his right. The shot went back to the left, but it was just wide. That looked like it may have hit somebody on the bench, but officials allow play to continue. Archambault again. Winds from outside, make it 2.
The Welland Kings are really going to have to close off on those shots. If you make these guys have to cycle, play low, that's not their strength. What their strength is spotting up for an open shot and letting her fly.
This will be a good angle. Our cameraman and producer today, Gary Morrison, was commenting on the speed of the shot and difficult it is to follow. He's behind the lens for this game this afternoon. Able to keep up with that one, but these Midget players can definitely let them fly. There's a shot, a nice kick save by the goaltender, and here come the Selects again. Noah Perlick goes into goal and scores. Perlick with a couple points in the game now. 4:30 to go in the period, and the Selects are rolling.
Perlick shows his speed. He's tenacious off the wing. He really likes to carry that ball, take it right down the wing, up into the goal. And that's typically where he gets his goals from. Last year, he was the leading goal scorer on Team Ontario at the national championships. And a lot of it was just that. Him and Jackson Roberts, who's the goaltender for the Ontario Selects, came out as a tandem onto that team and then became just a huge part of it. Jackson Roberts himself was the goaltender of the tournament for U17s at the national championships last year. Just really stood on his head and gave a young Ontario team a chance where they finished second place to Manitoba with a predominant 15, 16-year-old squad at a U17 tournament.
Kenzie McQueen chases this down now as we go back for Ontario again. He's commented on the Welland defenders needing to get up and take away the shots. They are doing a good job of taking the ball off the stick of anybody cutting through the middle as they did there again. They're going to turn it into an offensive chance here as they get it low. And a nice job by the defender to post up and gain position in the corner.
The Welland Kings are a number of players who've grown up playing with quite a few of the Selects players. They actually play together at BHi Welland as their home rink. There's in fact one of the players, Brandon Van El, on the Welland Kings this year, this tournament, did play with the Ontario Selects last year at the Nationals.
That one held on to by Jackson Roberts. And that'll cause a face-off to his left. As we're just under 3 minutes to go in the opening period. The Ontario Selects leading 3-0. 2 goals by Jake Archambault and then one from Noah Perlick have them ahead. In the corner, McQueen rushing over to take that away. Thomas Young. And Young's going to backhand it just inside the blue line. Stringing their offensive players out. A nice job by the goaltender to go down. Make that save off the stick of Doyle Grew, pardon me. Face off one again by the Selects, and you can see the calm and composure in their play. Starts with McQueen in the corner. Now they go up for Archambault. Far side, Winicky, no sense of urgency to pressure. They've got the 3-goal lead. We're very early on in this game. And now as the pressure comes onto the ball, they're going to take it up. Winicky trying to feed it back through. And sliding down for the poke check was Archambault. Rolls off the stick of Jeremy D'Amico. And Brock back out. Jonah Lorente had it roll off his stick, but Thomas Young picks up his teammate and his backhand pass, looking to dump it off the wall. It ends up going into the bench of the Selects players, and that'll be a face-off in the neutral zone. So these tournaments, a lot of these teams do play together in practice. Are they more all-star teams, or is it league play that we're watching here today, Chad?
It would be an all-star team. So typically what happens is that a coach at a facility, a location, a ball hockey location or league will look to put a group of kids in their age group who they deem to be either stars within their local house league or whatnot together onto a team. Now, as you get to the Ontario Selects, you get to be a team where they're really recruiting from all over the province. Mackenzie McQueen, who's in the corner there, is from London. Noah Perlick, who you see here going for the ball, is out of St. Catharines. So it really starts with a coach or a few players who want to put it together, and then they get in contact with the BHi manager for the next tournament. So in this case, it was St. Catharines, so they got a hold of BHi St. Catharines and registered their team. For the next tournament, it's BHi London, so you'd be getting a hold of Dan Gilbert there at BHi London, either by phone or by email. Head over to ballhockeyinternational.com and go to location, and under contact us, just send an email or click on the flyer. There's a lot of ways to get a hold of the different managers and get your team in the proper division.
Not only that, but just recreationally, if you're interested in playing, do the same thing, and I'm sure the local leagues would love to have you as well.
Yeah, they're always looking to add players to a team too. So a number of these teams are local BHi Welland, BHi St. Catharines all-star teams where the managers or the league conveners are putting the teams together. So they're always looking for an extra kid or two to come on the team. So let them know, and they'll put you on the proper team.
There was 1.2 on the clock when that icing was called. The officials just let that time expire, but an early start for the Ontario Selects, led by 2 goals from Jake Archambault. We'll continue our conversation and coverage of our third game of the afternoon on the other side of this timeout.
Academy of Learning College has identified the gap between education and the stressors of the working world. We develop customized programs for each student at an affordable cost. Students can choose from over 30 diploma and certificate programs offered at any of Academy of Learning College's 17 Ontario-based locations. Simply a better way to learn. Learn more at academyoflearning.com.
Kyle Jean, recognizing the temperature starting to heat up a bit. He gets some of the gear he wears under his gear, takes that off during the break. We'll see if it helps. His team is down 3-0 after the opening period. The Ontario Selects are the visiting team. They're in the white with the red trim. And the yellow pinnies, there's a couple players wearing all black. There's a blue pinny out there. That squad represents the Welland Kings, and they are the home side on your scoreboard. Our Twitter information at JVI Video, and of course at BHi St Catharines. And as Chad says, wherever you live and are tuning in today, be sure to check out your local ball hockey club and get in contact with them if you're interested. This is BHi St Catharines Spring Teaser. We're in the Midget division on our JVI Sports Network. Continuing coverage here this afternoon, brought to you by Bauer. As the ball is batted up off the boards, Thomas Young slashes it in. Mackenzie McQueen stands in there, goes for Archibald. And it's going to be stolen away and down into the corner. McQueen right there in the middle, stepping up, pinching in Jonah Lorente. And not sure where that is Roberts. Jackson Roberts takes over the net to our left. And Kyle Jean. Jean is still not happy with his equipment as he's asked for a delay here, and I guess when he took that shirt off underneath, forgot to put the suspender straps back up. So he gets reattired, and face-off comes to the right of Jackson Roberts here.
Now that I see him, I don't think that's Kyle. So that would be my fault. I'll get clarification for you, Matt.
Thanks.
You can stay as Kyle Jean for now.
McQueen into the corner, and that one lifted up. It actually hit some of the support structure inside the BHi St. Catharines tent. Can't wait to get here in the summer when those sides are opened up. And
might be tomorrow, Matt. Did you see it's supposed to be 15 degrees?
I'm wearing my shorts. That may be a little too ambitious, but McQueen gets into the corner, and then the Selects are trying to bring it out again. Off the sideboards. Chipped ahead there by one of the Welland defenders. And Joey Dolce doing a good job up at the point, but was able to get it back. Bo Sayopico was in the corner. It got away from him, and the shot still managed to find its way on net. Noah Perlick, couple points in this game. The goaltender drops it in front of him, and it rolled around there for a bit, but it does come out of harm's way up to the point where McQueen keeps it in off the half boards, and I think they're calling for the pass on the near side, and that call will stop play.
Ask him who 1-5 is on white.
Face off Brought into Welland zone. It was stalled there momentarily by Archibald. Still trying to sort out some of the penny numbers here, as the pennies were a bit of a surprise to us late. Here's McQueen streaking in, and that one just over the top. Still up for grabs, and McQueen bats it out of midair as it got in past the goaltender, and Archibald jumps up for the celly and almost had one of those top 10 miserable, unfortunate injuries situations.
Well, this is what McQueen does. For anyone who's watched the stick skills videos, anything out of the air is how he typically scores. He's got great hand-eye coordination. He actually scored the semifinal winner in OT against BC last year at the U17s just the same way. A ball in the air, batted it in. He has been bragging that he's been working out a lot, but I don't know. He wasn't able to catch Jake there in that celebration, so better hit the gym.
Tristan Lewis gets waved out in favor of Jake Archambault after the ball failed to touch the ground.
Tristan Lewis is a nice story. Last year, he was named to the All-Star team at the National Championships as a forward off of the Ontario team. He went in, was playing a third-line role at the beginning, played offensively, played defensively, really just did whatever was asked of him, and put up a lot of points, playing up and down the lineup the whole way through the tournament, and was rewarded with an All-Star nomination.
In the corner here for Thomas Young. He lifts it down. Roberts bats it in behind his own net. It comes back up in front. That one chipped out of midair by Chad Maurice. Up it comes for Young again. This time intercepted by Tristan Lewis, and Lewis runs down the far side. He cuts in on Laurenti. And it rolled off the stick of Lewis, and now it gets away from Matt Ford. Ford chasing it down into the corner. He's going to circle his own net. As the ball ends up in the bench of Welland, and that'll be a stoppage and a face-off in the neutral zone. It'll be right in front of the Welland Kings bench. They are the home team with the wearing the pennies. And the visitors, the Ontario Selects in the white jerseys with the red stripes. Bo Siopika gets it down out in front of the Selects bench. Ball comes onto the half boards where Noah Perlick is. Perlick looking for anybody in front. That one has to be tipped away by the goaltender. And it's going to be lifted up. Into the corner, McQueen into play on the ball carrier. Spinning shot there by RJ Jean. And overrunning it a bit was Brandon Winicky. Winicky and Jean battle for it, picked up by the goaltender, and it's going to be left in the corner. Out of the reach of the Selects player. And Welland brings it down the near side. From outside, White. Chase White. Let a shot go. Roberts saw it. Roberts is still down, though, as White sneaks in front. Ball will be carried up the near side, though, by Perlick. Perlick trying to cut the corner and a poke check by the Welland netminder. They go back the other way. There's a shot and a glove save by Roberts. Taking away that top corner. May have gone high anyways, but he will hang on.
Jackson Roberts just finished his first year in Junior B, I believe, this year. Had it looked to be a successful season. Coming off of his goaltender of the tournament performance at the National Championships.
It's a 4-0 score, under 5 minutes to play here in the second period. The Ontario Selects as the visiting team. Here is McQueen, feeds it through. A nice feed there as the Ball goes up over top. As we said, 4-0 for the visiting team, the Ontario Selects. For our live viewers, we understand we had some connection issues, which we apologize for, but we do welcome you back to live action. Ball down the near side in front for Young. And a kick save forced there by Jackson Roberts. Delayed penalty coming as well. Spinning and firing was the forward for Welland in front. And now we'll get the call. Looks like the majority of the disagreement coming from Mackenzie McQueen.
I'm not sure how much disagreement there was there since he hugged the referee. But lucky for Perlick, it's just possession, because he actually put that over his near side fence, which would have been delay a game. But plays blown dead on the game on the possession there. As our nice Bauer ball comes back in, I have to thank our sponsors at Bauer who've just come out with a new ball hockey ball this year. And we've been using it for our All-Ontario Cup tournaments exclusively. And we've been getting rave reviews from our players. Just a great bounce to the ball, good feel on it, good weight. But it's interesting seeing all of these ice hockey manufacturers and big ice hockey companies that are staples in that world come into the ball hockey world as well.
Yeah, we talked about that last month when we were here, about especially goaltenders, as there's a shot that comes through. Especially goaltenders used to wear a lot of hockey equipment, like ice hockey equipment, and now that specialized equipment is starting to come on the market, they're acquiring it, trying it out, and really enjoying how it plays.
They are. I've been talking to so many goaltenders of late who have their ice hockey gear and their ball hockey gear. And the difference is the sliders on the ball hockey gear allow them to get across the floor, and their butterfly skating just like they would on ice.
Archibald with a number of moves to get in on goal. And now it comes back for D'Amico. Archibald tries to send it back again. Then diving in front, Jonah Lorente, but Archibald just would not be denied on that shift.
Well, he put it between his legs there for, not sure if it was needed, but it looked good. So I'm sure hopefully we get the replay come up here.
Some of those players were trying that move in warm-up. And it's Archibald who's going to get it. This after a huge shift of...
I guess it was needed. He got it back to his forehand and able to get a better angle on that shot.
That ball is going to go for icing as they were trying to lead the defender down. I believe out of the reach of Doyle Gruel. So it'll come to the left of their netminder, and the Selects now with a 5-0 lead. That goal coming short-handed with Mackenzie McQueen in the box. Drop down, Matt Ford. Ford is going to run into it in the corner. He draws the triple team, and at least for the moment is going to hang on. As now it gets taken away, and possession retained here by Welland. Running underneath of it as the Selects from Ontario will grab it now. The outside shot and having to go down blocker as the goaltender, and Perlick on his horse gets the first man there. D'Amico tries to chip it around the defender, and it's still up for grabs as it's even out of the goaltender's reach as he tried to get the glove on it. Running here, Jeremy Briggs starts the attack. Spinning and trying to take the shot. Another forward for Welland. As here comes Perlick. Back in the corner again. The Kings will try and set up a play. Looking to lift it down and feed it through. Trying to find Gruel. And it's just out of his reach. So the face-off will be to the left of Kyle Jean. And Perlick plays it back for McQueen. That's off a stick in front. It changed direction. Not sure if it was D'Amico or Jonah Lorente from Welland, but it definitely took a funny hop. Ford, that is blue line. Tries to get it up the boards, but no glass in front of the penalty box, and it goes up into it. Tristan Lewis and Chase White exchange a bit of a hug there as they line up for the face-off from outside. Laurent let one rip, got it in the corner for McQueen. In back behind the net, RJ Jean. As that one goes high, actually above the safety netting in behind the goaltender.
Tristan Lewis is also a BHi Welland product. Him and Brandon Winicki is also a Welland product. Trying to think of who they have on their roster this weekend.
Chase White now mixing it up with Jerry D'Amico with a big smirk on his face. A mock drop of the gloves and a bit of a chuckle from both combatants.
Most of these boys have grown up playing with and against each other.
Comes Mackenzie McQueen. Down the far side, Laurent takes him out. McQueen in there again, trying to poke for it. Chase White is trying to go after it, and a nice nifty stick handling job there by Lewis, but it is going to be Joey Dolce winning that from the outside. The shot and the goal. Believe that's Gruel. Doyle Gruel putting Welland on the board with 22 seconds to go in the period. Dolce, the initial pass to get over. Dolce goes, as soon as he passes off, makes a beeline for the front of the net. Not sure if Roberts saw the entire shot or not.
Whether he did or not, Dolce has to be given a lot of credit on that play. Just having the goalie's eye as you're coming in, even from the side like that, just makes him give you a little look that might break his concentration.
And just like that, the Selects get it back. Noah Perlick with his third point of the game. Second goal. That took all of 12 seconds after the Welland goal by Gruel. And see, off the face-off, they get it onto the face-off circle, pardon me, as it gets out in front. And again, as they're driving down, the siren goes. It's now stretched to 6-1 for the Ontario Selects. We'll be back with the final frame. BHi St Catharines spring teaser on the JVI Sports Network.
Is the leader in the fire alarm monitoring industry, specializing in the early notification of fire alarm signals to the fire department. Our experienced customer service staff will work closely with you to develop the best solution for your specific monitoring needs, and our CFAA certified technicians are qualified to perform your installation quickly and efficiently. Be sure to choose Fire Monitoring of Canada, because saving time saves lives. Visit us at fire-monitoring.com.
Back inside the BHi St Catharines tent here. For our live viewers, we understand we're still experiencing internet issues. If we lose you momentarily, we do apologize, but we thank you for tuning in. As there's a